How do you feel how the urban modeling has changed since when we started first working together?
Personally, I feel that it has changed a lot. When I first started, a photographer would go after a model and present it to the magazine because he knew that that model would sell that magazine. And obviously the model will get paid, the photographer will get paid, and then of course the magazine will get paid, depending obviously on how many issues he had how many issues were sold.
You mean when it went to distribution?
Yeah, when it went to distribution. Unfortunately, now that is not the case. Now, models are just chosen. If you have $350 and you want to appear on a so-and-so magazine, you could go up to a photographer, say, I got $350, here's $350, put me in the magazine, and then because you paid your money, you are guaranteed publication on that magazine. It isn't like the magazine chooses you. Basically, the models are the ones that are now choosing where they want to appear. It's like you're buying an advertisement. Like, you could spend X, Y, and Z amount of money to advertise your product. So I'm a product and I'm paying you to advertise me in your magazine. But luckily for me, that hasn't been the case, and I've been very fortunate.
Even if they have the face of a pig, they have the money.
If they have the money and they could beat their face, and they could go ahead and put on a whole bunch of makeup and change their look and whatever, then as long as you got the money and you got the big ass, then, you can.
And they can Photoshop it to make you look great.
Of course, they'll smooth you out. They'll do all these things, whatever. But like I personally, I don't knock anybody's hustle, because photographers work hard. You as a photographer know, in order to make a model look a certain way, you don't sit 5 minutes and just click, 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 click. And it's not like you're altering a picture, with filters and you like the way people do when they do selfies. It's not that easy. When you're a legitimate photographer, it takes you hours. So I'm not taking away from the photographer, but as a model, if you're a legitimate model, it takes you hours to perfect a pose. It takes you hours, for you to do your hair, for you to make sure that your nails are done, your makeup is done right, for you to be able to sell a magazine, for you to be able to earn that cover. Nowadays, if somebody pays $300 and somebody pays $700, the $700 chick, even though she may not look better than the $300 chick, is going to get the cover because she paid more money for it and it was guaranteed to her. I feel that it should be where the best model gets what they deserve. That's the way it was when I first started. If you submit pictures and you didn't have the right look, then unfortunately, you weren't chosen. But, nowadays, it's like anybody could really just, if you got the money, you could do it.
There's a lot of people that confuse urban glamour with eye candy modeling. Like they think they're two different things, but they're really not. They just using a different term to refer to very sexy shots.
Yes.
But we know urban glamour is very sexy shots in general.
Yeah, well, urban and eye candy are the same things. Because basically they just want you to just be eye candy. They don't care whether you can speak. They don't care whether you can hear. They don't care. There's nothing as long as you have a big butt and a smile and big breasts, you're eye candy. When you try to refer to me as eye candy, it's like you're dumbing me down. Glamour models is more than that. When you consider yourself a glamour urban model, I'm more than just eye candy. I'm a person. You're gonna know who I am. You're gonna want me not only to just be in your magazine, you're gonna want me to sell your clothes. You're gonna want me to sell your shoes. You're gonna want me to sell your products because I'm not just eye candy. Eye candy, you're here today, you're gone tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? A glamour model, hence me, I've been around for a while because I'm more than just eye candy. And that's what I try to tell people when they come at me with I want you to be my eye candy. Well, boo-boo, you want eye candy? You go to the store, buy yourself an Itis candy.
Guy with camera, not a real photographer. Have you ever run across something weird like that?
You know what's funny? I did get hit up by this guy that told me that he wanted to just take selfies of me. He said he was a photographer. And then I'm asking him the questions, the pertinent questions. So where have you been published? Oh, he couldn't answer it. And I'm like, but why would you want to take pictures of me? Oh, I just want to take pictures of you the way you do on Instagram. I'm like, what do you mean? You wanted to take selfie pictures of me. I'm like, that is not a photographer. You want to take pictures with a camera?
A GWC guy with camera.
Yeah, it wasn't even a camera. He wanted to take it with a phone. I'm like, boo-boo. No, that's not how I work. I work with legitimate photographers. Like all the photographers that I work with, and again, I've been very fortunate. There are a lot of fakers out there, and you need to be very careful. Anybody could buy a camera. Anybody. So you need to do your homework. If a photographer is representing himself to work with a certain magazine, contact the magazine. Find out if it's true that they work with them. If they approach you and they're telling you they want you to be in so and so whatever, don't be scared. Ask the right questions. Who have you worked with? Contact the models. What was your experience? Because I contacted a model that I was going to work with this photographer, and she told me that the photographer got very fresh with her, and he got pissed off at her because she didn't want to do certain things, and he basically blasted her. Like he threw her pictures, all her messed up pictures, the pictures that she wasn't even ready for. He threw up all her pictures everywhere and, made her look bad and it messed her up, but obviously, she was able to get over it. You need to do your homework and believe in yourself. When it's meant to be for you, it will be for you. That's the way I see it.